The amenities of these old hotels and motels, it's just... Have you seen the movie Public Enemies with Johnny Depp?
No.
He checks into a hotel under an assumed name. He signs the book. They always had the book.
John Dillinger, criminal.
And then the guy checking him in says, "Shall we bring you up some beer and sandwiches?" And Depp goes, "That'll be swell." It's like, if someone just offered me beer and sandwiches,
Yep.
I'll just bring it to you.
Just for being here.
I don't know what I would do.
Yeah,
I would just explode with joy.
I've never even had a mint on the pillow.
The time for unboxing has arrived. Here on the Unboxing Show, we're going to open our mail, stuff we get from our P.O. box, and we're going to thank our donors, people who go to welcometothebasement.com and contribute. Fine folks, those. There's Brendan, who says, "Thank you for the joy you bring." Bridget, Jared, Austin, Eden, Reiner, Barbara, Grace, Richard, Brandon, William, Malcolm, Wilson, Benjamin, Kevin, Scott, Dan, Sarah, Christine, David, Mara, Michael, Marie, Stephanie, Mario, Zach, Eric, Jennifer, Ashton, Ann, James, Herluf, Andrea, T.A., and Kim, who says, "Have you seen the Swedish movie Show Me Love? I rewatched it recently for the first time and was slightly blown away." I have not seen it.
I have seen that. That is an amazing movie. It is
cool.
Teen lesbian romance. And it has one of the most authentic first kisses I've ever seen in a movie.
Wrapping it up, we have Maura, Melanie, Joe, Abigail, and Aaron. This is from our buddy Andrew, sending this from the Il Moneo Ristorante Italiano. And he says, "What's up? Just doing a show."
I made it disappear.
Jack sends this Pixar postcard. "Since this is a day and age where things like Pokemon, Dora the Explorer, and Sonic the Hedgehog are getting the live-action treatment, what do you guys want to see turned live-action on the big screen?" Nothing, really.
Or cartoon or video game.
Yeah.
Missile Command. The thing about the game Missile Command is that no matter how well you play, eventually everything is destroyed.
Yeah,
Nuclear war wins.
Carol says, "Hello from beautiful Singapore. I am visiting here from Canada, and I thought that Craig would appreciate some of the amazing architecture the Lion City has to offer. I recommend a visit, but bring sunscreen."
All right. We sail tonight for Singapore.
I have wanted to visit Singapore for a long time. I hear it's the most Western-friendly city in terms of the language, and the food is supposed to be phenomenal.
It's one of those, like, world hubs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Istanbul and New York, you know, so where everything just flows in and out of it. It has to be a den of spies.
The captain is a one-armed dwarf.
He's throwing dice along the wharf.
Those dice are going to go right off the pier and into the water.
Well, he's playing it along the wharf, not on. Is along on the wharf? I don't know. They probably have some sort of box.
Got a letter here. This is from Taylor, maybe Tyler. Handwriting's a little eccentric. "I love Star Trek. There are a lot of Star Trek movies. Which ones have you seen?"
I have seen all of the original Star Trek movies.
I think I have too.
And I saw the one Next Generation one where they fight the Borg in the past, which is our future.
And I saw the first of the reboot Star Trek movie.
I saw that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I really liked. Carl Urban plays an amazing DeForest Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does Dr. Bones perfectly in that movie. Hey, you guys send us questions to our Facebook page, down in our YouTube comments, some of them by the mail. We're going to answer a couple of them right now.
Matthew Crook asks, "Is there any historical figure you'd like to see a film made about?" I would love a Fighting Bob LaFollette biopic. Probably wouldn't be interesting to anyone outside of Wisconsin. Maybe even outside of Madison. He's a very interesting historical figure.
A leader of progressive politics. He's contemporary of Teddy Roosevelt.
Something I think would have a little more universal appeal. Do you know Emperor Norton?
No.
He was a failed businessman in the mid-1800s in San Francisco. He lost his fortune and he went crazy. And he declared himself the Emperor of the United States and Protector of Mexico.
Oh, that's good. He's looking out for our neighbors.
And he made himself a uniform. He was such a character that the people just accepted it. They would see him and they would go, "Your Majesty," and, you know, greet him in the street. And he printed his own money. And some businesses would accept it as payment. That's how much they loved this guy. One day he just drops dead in the street. And 10,000 people came to his funeral.
I don't know the guy's name, but his code name was Agent Zigzag. He was a British thief who became a spy for Germany during the war. He got all their training. He was parachuted in the middle of the night into England. found a telephone, called up the authorities, and announced himself, and he said, "I'm actually a spy for Britain, or I will be once you hire me. I know everything about the Germans."
That's cool.
He looked just like Errol Flynn, too. Jeremy Phillips writes, "What was your best experience in a movie theater? Audience response, atmosphere, etc." Seeing the Kenneth Branagh Much Ado About Nothing at the Majestic Movie House here in Madison. I went to pick up tickets early in the day. The sound from inside the movie theater of people screaming with laughter. How good is this movie? And then we went to see it that night, and it was that good. We walked out of the theater, walked up the Capitol Square, and there were these low-lying walls that they have there about 3 feet up in the air, and they have a ledge about this wide before going to the main part of the wall. And I, without even thinking about it, jumped up and landed right on that ledge and balanced perfectly. I think the movie just made it happen.
Did you ever see the sequel to this, 43rd Street? It's not as good.
No, yeah. Weird that both of us would have seen that.
Lloyd Bacon, the Baconator. Get back to Shark Island. Get back to Cheers. Get back to the Kansas City Royals.
I don't know much about contracts.
Or Teeth Care.
A pretty girl like you?
Oh, Weinstein, get away!
You're counting on me. Well, I'm counting on Pretty Lady.
Pretty Lady, starring a young Jerry Lewis. Pretty Lady!
You'll drive us crazy before we get this show on.
Or I'm not some sort of human rat.
Must have been tough on your mother not having any children.
Burn, sick burn, 1930s burn.
Quiet! What do you think you are, home?
Does your home have a fly system? Or a giant curtain? I don't think so.
Every kiss, every hug seems to act just...
This is what they called walking spooning.
Did you do as I told you?
Yeah, I spayed it and neutered it.
You let me down, Sawyer, and
I'll kill you.
That guy is 1933 sexy.
He's got the raw sexuality of an Eddie Cantor.
Yes. Can't get this taffy loose.
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Off we're gonna shuffle.
Shuffle off to Buffalo.
Let's open some packages.
This is from Salvatore in Staten Island, New York.
This person is anonymous. They even have an alter ego. Dear Matt and Craig, I thought I'd send this in for the show. Have fun, your friendly neighborhood movie buff. And the movie is Modesty Blaze.
The name sounds familiar.
Looks pretty swingin'. 1966.
Another post-James Bond sexy spy caper.
It's a spy spoof loaded with comic touches.
I believe that the book that John Travolta is reading in Pulp Fiction is a Modesty Blaze comic book collection.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, Matt and Craig of Welcome to the Basement. I have been watching your videos for over 2 years now, and I've got to say I'm a huge fan. I've always been a sucker for exploring the intricacies of storytelling, as you two do. I've included, big deal on Madonna Street, as it's one of my favorites as well as my father's. Keep up the good work, Sal. Here we go.
I've seen that, and yeah, that is a fun movie. It's a funny movie.
It is really funny. A lot of times when you watch a foreign movie, the comedy is lost on you.
Yeah.
I was just giggling uncontrollably when they finally get to their end point of their heist.
Yeah.
Whenever there was a crying baby in it, and like the other three guys were like, what's wrong with his baby? Why can't he keep his baby from crying?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching this again.
Oh, yes, me too. Oh, it's got a nice heavy booklet that goes along
That's
with it.
the Criterion DVD, right?
Molto bene. Grazie.
It's at this time when we recommend an episode from our back catalog for you to check out or to revisit. And it's my turn to pick one this time. I'm picking a movie that Craig chose for us, and it's Desperately Seeking Susan. Episode that didn't get a lot of audience love. It's pretty low in views, or it could have fallen into an algorithm hole. But if you want to see pictures of New York from the 80s, it's a real treat.
Yeah.
And you get to hang out with young Madonna, which whether you're a male or female, you're going to want to do that. A lot of the things we receive in our P.O. box are records. I think I see some records right down there that we're going to open in just a few minutes. But when I get them, I talk about them. These are two albums that I've been listening to for decades, but I'm going to talk about them anyway. The theme for this episode is They Might Be Giants.
They might be.
First of all, we have Apollo 18. This is one of their best albums for sure.
Oh, God, yes.
Even though it contains my least favorite They Might Be Giants song.
Let me see the track list.
I might have talked about it when we first got the record.
Oh, I would guess the guitar.
The guitar is correct. It just stops and starts so much. It feels like a bunch of pieces of songs. And its lyrical inspiration is The Lion Sleeps Tonight, which is
you're not a fan of.
A song I don't like.
Yes.
Here's another interesting fact. On here, there appears to be a female singer, but I heard that that's actually John Linnell singing and altering his voice, which makes sense because in this album, Factory Showroom, there's the song How Can I Sing Like a Girl?
I actually don't know that album.
This is one of their more underrated albums. It does feel more like a collection of songs than a cohesive album, but it's some of their best songs. Till My Head Falls Off is on here. XTC versus Adam Ant.
Tough choice.
There's a song they recorded at the Edison Laboratory on a wax cylinder.
I saw them on this tour. This is the only time I saw They Might Be Giants live. And I think it was the same summer that I saw Much Ado About Nothing. To be 19 again. Who wins, Ecstasy or Adam Ant?
History will decide.
Okay.
2 more packages.
2 more.
I want to open those records.
Yeah, all right. I think it's only 1 record. We'll see.
This is from Tim in Ancaster, Ontario. We've heard from him before.
This is from FL in Los Angeles, California. To the cast and crew of Welcome to the Basement, thank you for your show. It is fully awesome. If you have not already seen it, I would like to submit for your consideration my suggestion for Sci-Fi July. It is one of my hamburger movies, Black Hole. And here's a Black Hole collectible card.
Oh, cool.
A postcard from Calico, a ghost town. Almost got your head.
Well, Tim has not included a note, but I believe he sent us a batch of Canadian vinyl before because he now sends 2 more Klaatu albums.
Ha! Unless there's just a whole Klaatu resurgence out there.
As they say, all good things come to an end, and so that is the end of this episode of Unboxing. You can see the next episode of Welcome to the Basement this coming Friday, and now you can see this.
Isn't this where Mike Corleone killed the Turk?
Somehow, I can't imagine going on without you.
Because I have that memento disease, but backwards, where I can't see into the future very far.